you're moving into your fifth year, correct?
Well,
Or-
my fourth year as president, and 1 year I was interim, and then after I served as interim. So this actually is the fifth year I've served the university as president.
And kind of speaking over that term, how do you feel about with some of these things that are changing, things that are happening? They don't happen overnight. They take time. They take years to develop. How are you feeling, going into your next year?
Well,
these things are happening?
first of all, you don't need me to tell you that this is a great university, right? We know that. I hear that from the students I talk to. And in fact, I'm always asking students when I meet them, how's your experience been? And they say, wonderful. I've never had a student tell me it was terrible, because maybe they're too polite to do that. But one of the wonderful things about Texas Tech is the sense of community, the support and enthusiasm from the school. You saw that in a very vivid way on Saturday at the Kentucky game. That's why it bothers me greatly when we have incidents like that which occurred with the racist video in December, that in my sense, from my perspective, betrays what the university is about. But the message and the lesson to take from those experiences is that we have to do more to make sure that everybody feels this is a place for them, and when they come here, they feel they want to be here. And so the culture of Tech has always been extraordinary, and as strong as it has been, and I think as wonderful as the experience is, there are opportunities to even improve it. So I've been able to serve this university, I think, during a very transformative time. We've grown, we've enhanced the quality of our student body, faculty scholarship and productivity continues to improve. It's very strong. We've been reaffirmed as a Carnegie R1 highest research activity institution. That's important. Athletic success. So there's a lot of great things going on, and we just have to remain diligent that we never relax. And I think that brings up an important point I should have made earlier, how we tell that story. So last year, in the fall, we hired a new Chief Marketing and Communications Officer. He works with that office. He'll be working with that office to enhance how we really tell the Texas Tech story. Who we are, why Texas Tech has such a compelling story to tell, making sure we reach all the different constituencies that are interested in this university, as well as those who still don't know enough about this university. I should have mentioned that it's one of the important initiatives of this year. So our centennial will be in 2023, and we've already organized a committee that's going to oversee the planning for that centennial celebration. It will kick off in December of 2022 at the Carol of Lights. And we'll have a number of events throughout the year, and then conclude with the Carol of Lights in 2023. So that centennial year will be an opportunity not only to celebrate all the things that Texas Tech has achieved, our progress, our history, but also to send a message about where we want to be in the next century. And so I've been here a Tech faculty member since 1982.
You've been here for a good...
Thank you for not
30.
saying you must be very old. But think about that, it's 18, I guess I'm in my 38th year. That's a substantial part of Tech's history.
For sure, yeah.
And I thought it was a great school when I came. I thought this campus was beautiful when I showed up here in 1982. And yet, I look at the progress we've made, and it's just amazing. It's much larger, but yet it still feels like Texas Tech. And I think that anybody who's a Red Raider has much to be proud of. So it's been an extraordinary blessing to be at this school for so long. My goal was to get tenure. I didn't want to get fired. And I never intended to leave the math department. I had a schedule. I wanted so many publications. I had some grant funding. I had graduate students. It's a great life. Being a professor is a great life. And I became an interim dean and dean and so on. And I went back over to the math department a couple of weeks ago to look at some improvements that we provided for that building as a result of the visits we make to departments. So for instance, this semester we'll be going to 10 departments just to talk to the faculty, to hear their concerns. We've been doing that since 2016. And so I went back over there to look at what had been done, following up on what they had requested. And it was a very nostalgic occasion. Some things hadn't changed at all, and some things were quite different than when I was there. But one goes to a university to continue your scholarship and to be a teacher. I never thought I would be an administrator. And so, in some ways, I feel like I've gone to a different planet. Some days I'm sure of it, but there's so much good. You really, it's hard not to be excited. And would you agree?
I do.